What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Team Solemn Circus live video. On the left side here, we have Super Heavy Samurai Swordsoul, a very cool deck that actually is like very synchro based, like turbo. Kind of reminds me of Vanadium, to be honest. On the right side here, Generaider Runick that we saw yesterday, featuring Alex's deck profile. Big shout out to him. He got second and then first place 2 consecutive weeks in a row. Very nice for him. The new Runick card. It's very nice. It essentially is a generator card, you know, being a level 9. Lots of synergy here, and it's like the whole reason why we're able to do that. Before we dive in, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. We're going to be seeing Generator, going to be choosing to go first here, winning the die roll. And we do see a Lopez in the hand. It looks like we're going to be deciding to normal summon out the Lopez here. Activating the effect, it's going to be able to summon out one of the level 9 generators from the deck here, going for Mardell. Mardell will be able to activate her effect here, searching for the boss stage, a very key part of the generator strategy here. It looks like we're thinking if we want to go with like Flashing Fire into to Runick stuff here. So we're going to see them activate one of the Runick spells. Looks like to summon here. We're going to see them summon out a level 9 here, the sleepy one. And then they can just XYZ into a copy here of the, whatever it's called, the one that makes them discard a card. So they're going to be pulling out a dice here, and then they're going to be hitting one of the cards in the hand, hitting the first one there, hitting an Ecclesia. Then we're going to see the copy of Vala being summoned herself out by discarding the castle one. Then we can go into another copy of the discard. Then we can activate the effect to discard once again here. We're going to be discarding a copy of Emergency. We also revealed another copy of the Ecclesia there. Then we can overlay into a copy of F-Zero. And then we can go into a Draco Future here and just play boss stage, as well as set one card and pass on that. They're going to see in the draw phase, they're going to be able to summon out a copy of the Generator Har here, or a Vala once again. And then we can summon out a copy of the Lopez, and then we're going to be sending out 2 tokens here. Lopez can tag out from the deck into a copy of Har if we wanted to. I guess that will give us an additional level 9 onto the field here for future interruption. Then we're going to see an Adhard being summoned out. And they're going to activate the effect of Lopez to tag out into the Har here, distributing off one of the generator tokens there. I think we're pretty much winning this match here, or this game at least. We're going to see a special summon out of Ecclesia here. They're going to activate the effect, and it looks like they're thinking they could Draco Future or they could Generator Har negate it. I mean, you kind of want to be able to steal it, so they could go Har first. They are going to be Draco Futuring it though. Now we're going to be linking away for a copy of Monk. Taking a second to read Har. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe you want to keep Har, like Har's negate. I don't really know. But we're going to be seeing them normal summon out Ataya, activating the effect, banishing the Adhara. They're going to freezing curses the Ataya. I guess that is an interruption there, and then they get to banish the top 3. They're going to hit a Veiler, Vishuda, and a copy of Taya, I believe. Either Taya or the Moye. Just one card left in hand. It is Motorbike, but we do have the Har negate here. And then, of course, we have the Lopez tag out during the following turn. Looks like they're thinking here. There's no really point into going anything, you know. There's no point of going to battle phase to attack over it. Not really going to do anything. They could link away into Shaman here, which we are going to be seeing. And they're going to attempt to activate the effect, you know, to bring back out. But it doesn't do very much here. You know, the last card in hand being the Motorbike. They're going to take a second to read the Har once again here. You know, being the interruption that has not been used, and they're just going to scoop it up there, realizing they do not have enough. And yeah, it's pretty crazy. You know, Draco Future is being an insane of a card. Ripping 2 cards out of their hand and then setting up an Omni Negate as well is pretty nice, to be honest. And like that Runick card, like any Runick card here is like essentially a level 9, and then you're able to do so much more with just that, which is very cool. I mean, I really like how the deck does work. But we're going to be seeing a game 2 here with Generaider. The thing with the Runick cards is it's not very good going second. So they will be a little bit of a struggle here to put up or to destroy this board. As well as the Generaider cards have always kind of struggled to go to second as well here. So maybe we'll be seeing a like huge side out and then putting in a bunch of hand traps. Or we could potentially see some blowout cards as well. You know, there's opportunities to, you can select a 9 blowout cards. Essentially neutralize the game back to the original state here. And here the opponent asks if they can read the Runick level 9. Which is kind of cool. I don't even know if it has a good effect. I actually haven't really read it. I know that Hugin obviously searches, and then Gary and Fairy, or Frenry or whatever the heck it's called, Frecky, both do stuff as well here. But I wonder if the level 9 actually does anything. It's also cool how they decided to add it in there, you know, being part of the lore itself, which creates a lot of synergy and brings decks like this, you know, to a new light here. We're going to be seeing the Swordsoul deck going to be choosing to go first here, and it looks like they have Bike, Taya, and then a few hand traps. That's not exactly what we're looking for here. We have Ashen Veiler though, so we are going to be pretty much, you know, not losing no matter what. But if we go Motorbike Search, can we end up getting... We're seeing a Long Young here, pitching a Taya, going with the token, and then we're going to synchro away right into a copy of Barone. And then we're going to take 12 here. We're going to activate the Motorbike to search here for the Prodigy. Activate Prodigy here, summon himself out, and then putting the scale up. Then we can search for the Soul Horns. Then we're going to go into a copy, or we're going to summon up the Soul Horns here. Then we're going to synchro away into Danglong, and it's been 2 Danglong. We're going to be seeing the Prodigy as well as Danglong, you know, chain blocking. Then we're going to be seeing them summon the Fire one out, and then we're going to see Danglong effect. Going to be dumping, I believe. We already had them. They already had the Taya in grave, so we can actually just dump the Mogi there. Then we can synchro summon into a Baxia. Baxia can then bring back out the Taya here, which will give us access. We also get the dark one to special summon out as well, so we can destroy the copy of Prodigy to summon out the Taya. Then we can synchro summon into a Sinister here. Then we can activate the effect of Taya here to banish. We are also under Nib, which is nice. Or we are under Baron, which is nice as well. And we're going to be banishing. It doesn't matter what really we banish. Banishing a Long Young, so I guess we can add it back. Get a token here. And then we can actually synchro summon into a copy of... we go for a few things here. We can go for a Chijao. Get an additional draw and search. Or we can go for a Baxia once again and try to search, summon out the Moye if we really wanted to. But Chijao here is probably the safest option. We get a draw, search, and we also get a dump as well. Going for the Chijao, which is going to be the safest one here. And then we can go Chijao 1, Sovereignty 2, and then... Or I guess we can go, yeah, that makes sense. Draw first, see what you draw into. And then we can dumping the Ashuna here. And then we can search for like a blackout if we wanted to. Because we've already used the, we've already used our Long Young. And we draw into a Nib there. So we have now Ash, Veiler. Yeah, so we are absolutely winning this one. Looking at like the combos here, we see we have Ash, Veiler, Barone, Chijao, Sinister here. You know, they activate any of their Runick stuff. We just banish the monster they special summon, and that's just gonna be it. Like, they need to have multiple here. We're gonna see a destruction trying to destroy. I feel like you just Baron negate it, but like we have 3 interruptions, 4. We have an Omni Negate, a Veiler, 2 Veilers, I guess. Then we have, yeah, so it's going to be destroying. Then we're going to hit a Ashuna, Ash, Adhara, and then I think another emergency there. They're going to see a normal summon of a Lopres. They're going to activate the effect there. To contribute itself for cost. And they do hit it with Ash Blossom. And we are down now to 4 cards with 2 interruptions left. We're going to see the Vala discard Madara to summon himself out. And then we could actually banish this if we wanted to, or we could negate it with Barone as well. But they have to discard a card in our hand now. And now we have 4 interruptions for the 4 summons, and they're going to act with the effect. It's going to get hit with the Chijou here. It's interesting that we're also not choosing to banish it. So banishing the Blackout, and that's going to be able to create a token here for a nice follow-up. Or, you know, just they're going to be... That's what nice, but like you can create a token here, and then your opponent has to either deal with the token, and like it could just be an absolute bait. Then we're gonna see them attempt to chain freezing curses to this. I assume we're just gonna Baron negate it. We're gonna hit it with Veiler instead, and so Blackout will be summoning out a token there, and then we're gonna be banishing 3 here off of the freezing curses. We're going to see a monstrosity. They're going to Baron negate it. And that's just going to be that. Yeah, I mean, at that point, all they have is a Vala that's doing nothing. It is Veilered. And they have no other cards that they can continue. And we also have the Sinister that we didn't even use. You know, we could have burned for another 12, which would have been very nice there. But we're going to be seeing them going into Game 3 here with the Generator deck. And be able to going first here. We actually saw them like trying to pick through that board pretty nicely. But, you know, the problem is like, if we saw, like, a board breaker there, like, evenly matched could have been huge. I mean, obviously, we had a way to out the board first. You know, we had an Omni Negate on the field. And they still would have had the Ash, a Veiler, and then a Nib in the hand as well, which would have been very nice. But, well, we will be seeing us go into Game 3 here, with the Runick cards being absolutely crazy going first. Especially if you get, like, the Fountain on the field. I know that they tend to not want to have Fountain on the field in this build at least, because of the fact that Boss Stage is such a crazy card. Like during the draw phase, you can essentially just summon out a Lopres or a copy of Har, and then you essentially just get 4 tokens as well. You know, having like an Omni Negate, or I guess, yeah, Negate, and then anything else. Like, it is absolutely insane being able to summon out like huge tokens essentially. That can fuel your generator stuff with a bunch of things. And then they have, like, in the crackback, they have cards like the Leviathan that can just, like, essentially eat up the boards and make them, like, draw and discard cards. And then attach, and then you just, like, hand rip here, which we saw in Game 1 with, like, the Mecha Phantom Beast going into, like, Utopia. Feels kind of crazy here, but we're going to be diving on into the all-important Game 3 here. You know, unfortunately, with this build of Swordsoul, that they are quite reliant on drawing a bunch of in-engine pieces, which means they are up over 40. You know, they are playing multiple engines in the deck, and they also want to fit in hand traps, so, you know, not always the chance of seeing them. We see them summon out the Runick spell, and then we're seeing them summon a level 9 off the Runick spell. And they're going to act with their World Legacy monstrosities here, summoning out the Har, and then a other one. I actually don't know which one this is. It's like the zombie one. Then we're going to see them activate the boss stage here. Then we're going to XYZ summon into a copy of the Snaky Boy. And then we're going to act with the effect there. Detach, and then both players draw one and then attach one to it. Which we do see an evenly matched there. And they're going to attach a tip. And then also attach the emergency there. And then we're going to be able to summon out from the deck because both players drew one. And does Har also add something? I believe we drew into Nib there too. It was kind of cool. I think, yeah, we drew into Nib, or we're forcing them to discard a card, I think. Oh yeah, when Har summon and you guys both draw a card, you're forced to discard a card. So we see evenly matched in the hand as well as a Nib. They're going to discard a Taya here, and then we have to summon out one, and that's going to be the Mardell. Mardell will let us search here for a copy of Lopez. We're going to summon out a DD Sprite here. This is actually gives us access to a Barone. I don't know if they know this or not, but kind of funny here. They are level 9s, and this is a level 1. So it does give us access to Barone. I feel like our opponent's like, I don't know what's going on here. And then we're going to see the Nib being activated there. They're going to be chaining the Har to negate. And then we're going to be summoning out a Barone here using the other two. Then we activate the Vala effect, discarding the low price, summon herself out. And then we can activate that effect to summon out from the graveyard. We can summon out the Har if we wanted to. You know, they are down to 3 cards here, and we do know that one of them is evenly matched. But they do have a Spell Engrave, which is going to be hurting the Motorbike and Prodigy here. And then we're going to be seeing them summon. And they would just go for another hand rip here, maybe. I actually don't even know like what we go for here. Leviathan doesn't seem very nice. So we are going to go for the Leviathan, okay. And then we're going to be drawing a card here, and then we're going to be seeing Boss Stage going to be activating. And that's going to be summoning out the copy of Vala. And then Vala as well as Boss Stage. Which is going to bring back the Har and then summon out the 2 tokens here. But we do have an evenly matched, but we do have a Barone for that as well here, which is nice. Can we negate, can we like end up finding a way to bait the Barone? We do see another emergence in hand as well. It's unfortunate that we see a Tayo. And we're going to be seeing the effect of emergency going to go through here. Searching for the deck. Searching for a copy of potentially Long Yong here. Going for another copy of Taya. And then we're going to see Har's effects can activate here, making them discard a card. Yeah, I didn't even think about that, to be honest. Having Har have to discard a card is crazy. Discarding a Long Yon, there's no way. And then they just decide that it's just not going to be enough, and they're going to scoop it up there. Yeah, evenly matched, it's kind of rough there. You know they're going to be eaten by Barone. And we see the Generator Runick end up taking it there. Unfortunately, opening up double Long Yong, emergency, drawing into that Nib potentially there is just not enough. There's just too much gas here. We saw Generator Runick with like the perfect hand there, end up able to obliterate their opponents. That level 9 being able to be summoned out here is just absolutely insane. Letting us go into essentially copies of Utopia, or just to go into like what we saw there, like Leviathan, and just being able to continue off your plays is very nice. Regardless, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe when we see some more content like this. Don't forget to stay safe. Peace.